Heartbreak is no fun. 0 out of 10 would not recommend. Betrayal sucks, especially when it comes from those closest to you, the people you least expect. Plot twist: it was your good sis. It was bro. It was your cousin who did you dirty. But this happens in real life. I believe betrayal and heartbreak wounds are first created in childhood, and some of us unknowingly try to get resolve and even justice through other people and relationships in adulthood, creating attachments and soul ties with people that really do not mean us well at all. When you are abandoned, neglected, or abused by your parents and family, a part of you does lose hope in a way for the potential for other people not related to you at all to treat you any better than they did. Because after all, like, if your family could do the most heinous or crazy, unfathomable thing, how can you put it past a stranger? Crazy thing is, your heart does break in a sense, especially as a kid when you're filled with optimism, hope, and innocence. And adults can take advantage of that sparkle in your eye. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Self-love is currency. If you are new to this channel and you resonate with the title, go ahead and click that like button and go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more content as such. To all of my returning subscribers, my day ones, my OGs, the newcomers to this family, thank you all so very much for the jumbling of my words already. Damn. Thank you all so very much for your continued support. I truly do appreciate you. We are on episode 19 of our Reveal to Heal series. Today's episode is entitled Healing, Heartbreak, and Betrayal. Yes, this is very murky, very difficult terrain, if you will. However, we shall see the light at the end of the tunnel. The more that we reveal, the more that we heal, the more light that we get to those wounds, the more that we reveal our truest selves and align with like-minded people. We align with endless opportunities for growth, expansion, divine love, and connection, all of that good stuff. So without further ado, let's get back into it. Quick disclaimer: if you hear any rattling or rustling of pages in the background, that is me flipping through my journal. Hence, this is a journal entry. As I stated in previous videos, we are doing some shadow work, some soul therapy and surgery together as a collective in real time. So what I'm offering up to you is what I've offered up to myself. Yeah, we keeping it all the way 100, fully authentic, showing up in a real way, for real. But yes, let's hop right back into it. If you have ever been abandoned by a parent, that's a special type of heartbreak to be endured. You wonder if you're good enough. And this is where those self-worth wounds, those self-confidence wounds, where they are initially created. So yes, you as an adult, or you may know somebody who's experienced difficulty in this area. I'm not gonna say I'm big on this. However, I do believe wholeheartedly, I'm saying it 10 toes down, that if you struggle with these things in adulthood, they were created in childhood 99% of the time. And so you do have to go back and understand where, when, how, and why the one was created. But if you were abandoned by your parent, that's when those questions started. Like, Am I not good enough? Why won't they come pick me up as they promised? I was supposed to go to the park with my mom. My daddy was supposed to come get me at 2 p.m. on Saturday. Saturday came. 2 p.m. came. No show. 5 p.m. came. No show. He never came. So you wonder why promises keep turning into lies, letdowns, and disappointments. They say, I love you, yet their actions don't align. This is what I mean when I say that heartbreak and betrayal wounds are created in childhood, because the same I love yous that didn't align in childhood fall from the lips of partner that you meet in adulthood. They say I love you, but lie, manipulate, deceive, mistreat, and may even abuse you. Heartbreak is an intense grief and emotional pain caused by the loss of a love or a deeply important relationship. That's why them leaving you when you were 5 or 6, or even your parent calling you out of your name, which I feel like has been normalized in the Black community. Just Black parents talking down to their children. So verbal abuse and also name calling, highly inappropriate, and it does lead to and or cause psychological damage. Um, and also them just purposely making you feel small or even taking a whooping too far. These incidents left wounds not seen by the eye, maybe for some actual scars, but mostly felt by the heart. The heartbreak creates openings for entity attachments and vampiric energies to feed off of your heartbreak issues from mommy and daddy. So those wounds that are created are um so I'll use this as an analogy. So they say that if you get sprayed by a skunk, it's very difficult to get that smell off of you. And that's how I like to think of, trauma that we are exposed to or we experience. It's kind of hard to get that stain off of you. Um, However, with time, therapy, or however you choose to do your shadow work, your inner work, journey back to self, there are ways. However, the stain is there if you don't do anything with um, the hand you were dealt. So you were more susceptible to vampiric energies, where people just come to drain you, more susceptible to people who are out to manipulate, deceive, control, block you, um, more susceptible to people who are projecting onto others instead of doing the inner work themselves to heal their own traumas. So, skipping to betrayal trauma. Betrayal trauma is a psychological response to a trusted person or system violating someone's trust. It can stem from deception, infidelity, financial betrayal, and emotional manipulation. Betrayal is by far some sticky, icky gunk or mess that will drive you damn near insane. And I'm not even gonna say damn near, it can drive you crazy if you're not careful and don't handle yourself with care going through this experience. I believe heartbreak is one of the stages we go through when we realize that we've been betrayed. Rule number one: don't date or take serious anyone you can't trust or you think with the slightest thought they might switch up and betray you. That's just a recipe for disaster. And on the flip side, like let's say you do trust whoever you decided to connect with intimately, and they give you the shock of the century that they really ain't shit, that they were just wearing a mask. That can be equally gut wrenching. Facing that betrayal when you decided to, um, yeah, I'll say it like walk out on faith, that could be a blow to the gut. No, I don't condone going through phones, especially if you're not going to sever ties after coming across the betrayal shit you're suspicious of. There's nothing worse than going through someone's phone, someone you do love, someone you wanted to spend forever with, and coming across the unimaginable. You ain't the only one they calling baby. You ain't the only one they're doing things with. Talk about a punch to the gut. If this has ever been your experience, you already know that I just got off a roller coaster, stomach drop, not regular butterflies, but black butterflies feeling when you're in shock. They've been playing in your face this whole time, treating you like a straight dummy, a certified goofy. But guess what? The plot twist is that's really them. No matter how much they try to gaslight you and justify your actions, like, oh, I just did that because you wasn't doing X, Y, and Z. Or you could have did more of this or more of that. Don't fall for the manipulation tactics. Cheaters cheat, liars lie, and narcissists are going to narc. Neither will change. They just swap victims, leaving you with the betrayal and heartbreak to deal with. So this is where you really have to hone in on your creativity and be for real. Like be for real with yourself and think of your life and experiences with men and women or whoever you deal with. Think of your experiences as a movie with characters. So you need to write down and log what personality traits from previous partners, and you can also include family members, especially your parents, what personality traits they had. So you know the energy signature that you are most vulnerable to. Write down the outcomes of these relationships so you can see the pattern. Like sometimes you need to really see the shit to believe it because you can keep going through these situations. But once you get it on paper, so you can see for yourself, that's when it becomes real. And if you find that most situations with partners with similar personalities and characteristics ended the same way, you might want to start dating a little different or outside your normal type. This also comes to finding and building friendships too. And to add, as far as ways to prevent heartbreak and betrayal, life is gonna always life. But there are ways that we can take proper precaution and, try to be a little bit proactive so we can prevent certain situations from happening to the best of our ability. One is just level up your sense of discernment and know your blind spots and triggers. As I just mentioned, be oh, I'm getting a little jumbled up. I cannot make out what I said. So yes, know your blind spots and triggers and your energy signature that you are most prone or susceptible to. And just because you have triggers, that does not make you a bad person. That does not make you weak or any other um, negative connotation that you associate with having triggers. You can just see a trigger as an area of improvement. I like to think of them as magic spots because it's still a part of you. And the places that we are sometimes afraid to go are the places that really reveal our most truest self. Um, Last but not least, be willing to walk away and fast. So things like red flags exist for a reason. And once you see one and you do a thorough investigation, and if it doesn't align, doesn't fit, um, in terms of like your soul, spirit, where you are going, walk away and fast. Period, point blank. In my closing, if you've dealt with heartbreak and betrayal, or if you're currently in this season, know that you are not alone. Some of the greatest people in this world have gotten fumbled. Believe me. Grieve, process, do what you have to do to heal, but don't beat yourself up. Another person's actions is a reflection of them, not you. I don't care how much they try to project and gaslight and manipulate you into believing that it is your fault for their ill actions, because that's not the case. You are everything and more, and the more that you heal, the more that you will reveal and understand that on a deep level. Get smart, get really smart. And in order to get smart, you need to dive into your childhood, specifically your family dynamics and how you were programmed. Read books as well to enhance your knowledge and wisdom on how to deal with people with betrayal, or I should say, how to spot people with betrayal and heartbreak tendencies. So the Jezebel spirit is a real thing. So you will know what to look out for. Develop a solid support system, and this might include family, friends, or if family and friends have been the source of heartbreak and betrayal, this might look like a spiritual support system. So between you, God, your ancestors, and spirit guides for the time being. Lastly, know that your life isn't over, because when it's all said and done, you come out more refined. You come out with more wisdom, and you'll be more seasoned. That's how I consider heartbreak and betrayal, me knowing the game. And if it started first with your family, even though this may seem harsh, it's also reassuring. But you have to accept the truth that your family puts you on game. You just don't look at it as acceptance when you're a child or teenager, so you keep attracting people, relationships, situationships that remind you of your family. If you are still tuned into this message, thank you all so much for your support. If you haven't already, go ahead and click that like button and go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more content as such. Again, this is episode 19 of our Reveal to Heal series. Leave some comments down below if you can resonate with this message, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.